Greetings, YouTube family. It's Sage Priestley, the seasoned lady, coming to you with another video. I tossed and turned a bit with this one, toiled and, struggled as to whether or not I wanted to come on and talk about this subject. But considering how hard it hit me, I thought it was something that I really needed to share, as well as get some feedback from you guys as to what you would do in a situation like this. Have you guys ever been in a situation where you thought someone that you absolutely loved dearly and that loved you dearly had a hidden animosity towards you for the majority of your relationship? I have struggled with this. I have thought about it. I don't even recall how this thing came to be. However, I don't have the best memory in the world. If the person said this thing happened, then I have to agree with them that it happened and that they were hurt by it. I have to recognize that they were hurt by it. But the thing that troubles me the most is that I never had any idea that they were hurt by it, that over a decade later, they are still hurt by it, while I still can't even recall if the event happened. But I'm going to trust that if it has hurt them and they are still struggling with it, that it happened and that it needs to be addressed. But my question for you guys is, what do you do in a situation where someone is your rider, closest person to you that you could possibly imagine, someone that you love and cherish, has had animosity towards you over a period of time that you didn't even realize that they had? You thought that that person was your ride, your die, the person that was going to be with you through thick and thin, through the end. And then the moment there's an exchange of words or a disagreement or an opportunity to say how you feel about certain things, they go and slap you in the face with something that happened over a decade ago that you don't recall happening. But if they say it happened, you trust and believe that it happened and that they are still upset about it. How do you process that? Now, for me, my friends and my family are everything. So I trust that we will get past this and work it out. But at the end of the day, I want to talk to those of you that may have experienced some hurt and some disappointment from someone that's very close to you that you haven't shared with them, that perhaps you might ought to share with them before you get into a heated situation and then both parties say something that the other party may or may not like or agree with, and then you double back with, well, you did this to me however long ago, and it's the reason for all the things that are happening currently. I just came on to do this video to say that if you have animosity towards someone, if someone did something to hurt you, what do you do to address that so that it doesn't continually come up in your spirit? And then when you get into a heated debate with that person, you can't just be open and honest about the debate that stands before you, but you have to gut punch them with something that happened months and months and months ago. I don't have all the answers. At this point, my feelings are hurt. I feel disrespected. I thought that this person could share anything with me, but I was wrong. I was wrong. As many of you know, I have told you, I am not the same person that I used to be, but I ain't no killer, but don't push me. If I'm backed up against the wall, I will come out swinging every single time. So I'm not sitting here telling you guys that I didn't say some things that should not have been said. However, I was addressing the present. But it appears that things from the past are the reason for why the person feels the way they feel. So I need some feedback from you. I need to know from you guys how you might handle a situation like that. Whether you were the person that's been harboring these feelings from some period of time, or you're the person that has to hear it for the first time. What do you do? In my world, you receive it, you figure out what you need to do to fix it, and then you move on from it. However, there are other people that choose to do things differently. So I want to hear from you guys. Tell me what you would do in a situation like this. How would you feel if someone that was near and dear to your heart told you something that you did to them at some time in the past, and it made them feel some type of way? However, they never wanted to tell you about it. And they even went so far as to tell you, I can't ever talk to you about the things that are truly bothering me. Now, as a person who is sitting on this camera, talking to you guys, sharing intimate details of my life, that is the worst part for me, because I always want people to be able to come to me and say whatever needs to be said, especially those that know me, because they know that even if I don't like it, I'm going to receive it. We may argue about it. We may disagree over it. But at the end of the day, I'm going to receive it, and I'm going to do what I need to do in order to move on from it. But what do you do? What do you do when there's an exchange of words, when there's actions taken, and you're stuck? You're stuck. You don't know if you can move on from it. You don't know if the words that were exchanged will ever be forgotten. You don't know what you might do. So I just need some feedback from my YouTube family. This is not a video that I would normally do, but like I said in my previous video, I always want to be transparent. I want to help those to unstick themselves that may be stuck, that are going through some things that perhaps, we've all been through, and we could offer some guidance and assistance to one another during these difficult times. Me personally, I think that when a person has ill feelings towards someone that has existed over an extended period of time, maybe that person is not the person to talk to. Maybe you need to speak to someone else that's close to that person, or perhaps a professional, to determine how you process what you are feeling. Because the last thing that you want to do is blow up on somebody and say a whole bunch of things that, have been tucked deep down inside. And then once you get the opportunity or you get emotional, you decide that you want all of that to spill out. And then it's left up to the person that's receiving it, how they choose to move forward. I have had issues with people in my past that I, had some real ugly feelings about. And you know what? I had to forgive them on my own. I had to forgive myself for being mad at them for as long as I had been mad at them. I had to process what I was going through. And I know for a fact that I'm not going to get an apology, or I'm not going to get any admittance of guilt at all on their part. So I had to forgive myself for allowing that to impact me for the years that it did. And then I had to forgive them for what I perceived that they did to me. And then we move on. I move on. I go on. I don't bring it up again. I don't wallow in it. I don't do all of that. But as I was told in that debate, that's me. That's the way I process things. The way other people process things are differently. So I'm here to talk to you guys about how you would process something like this, how you would deal with something like this, and what would you do in that situation. I don't know. I'm not sure where we go from here. I'm not sure what happens. I'm going to let the dust settle and let things fall where they fall. However, I need to hear from you guys. I want to know what you would do in a situation like this, how you would feel. Would you feel like, you've been walking around thinking this person was someone you can count on, and really and truly they've been harboring ill feelings towards you, and maybe you can't count on them? Maybe you've been living a lie. Maybe things that you thought were one way or another way. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. As I promised, I want to bring you guys some regular content. And this is happening in real time. Like, this happened to me this week. I'm still confused about it. So I wanted to come on, since, you can't always talk to the people that are closest to you, because they may or may not tell you the truth, because they don't want to fall out with you too. So those that are on the outside looking in, that have had these situations happen, let me know what you might do in a situation like this, how you would feel in a situation like this, and how you would recover from it. what's to be done under these circumstances. Again, this is Sage Priestley, the seasoned lady, coming to you under different circumstances today, but I want to be raw, I want to be real, and I always want to be transparent. So, for all my seasoned singles, there'll be more content about how we get back out here into this dating world and get ourselves connected for those of us that aren't connected and want to be. But today, I needed to deal with a matter that involved a family friend, someone that I have known all of their lives, and we have been very close for at least the last 2 decades. So hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think. I don't want to go into details about what happened because I don't want to sway anyone either way, but I would love to hear back from you. So again, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll chat with you soon.